Hey everybody, so again, this is the Crypto Investigators, and we are looking at Quant for this video. Again, Quant was a coin that was voted on by our community in Discord for us to check out. So here we have Quant on CoinMarketCap, and it's currently trading at around $142 a coin. But the things that we need to look at for Quant is its supply. So the circulating supply currently of Quant is 12 million Quant. The max or total supply is 14.6 million quant. So it's about two-thirds as many coins as Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is 21 million total, around 19 million circulating. So there's even more scarcity with quant than there is with Bitcoin. So looking here at the quant chart, we can see that its all-time high was around $380 to $390, maybe even touched closer to $400 on some exchanges. Um, but again, it's been trading with the altcoin market currently, and we can see it's in a bit of an uptrend right now. And we're hoping that it keeps breaking upward with the altcoin market. So let's get into what Quant is all about. So Quant, they are leading a connectivity revolution. So in recent years, we've seen massive advances in distributed ledger technologies, such as blockchain. So they give you an example, DAG and Tempo, and we've talked about DAG in other videos. So the result is a significant shift in the way individuals and organizations connect and interact with each other, enabling them to exchange information and assets more securely, simply, and cost efficiently or cost effectively. Now, Quant is leading this revolution. They've already developed something called the OverLedger DLT, again, DLT, Distributed Ledger Technology Gateway, and we're going to talk more about what OverLedger is soon. So, it's the world's first DLT gateway for enterprise that delivers interoperability across different systems, networks, and DLTs. They're building on this platform to help enterprises, governments, and individuals across the globe to benefit from the true potential of an incredibly powerful technology. That's the Overledger technology. So they want to unlock the true value of DLTs at a single stroke. So the Quant Team Overledger DLT Gateway, it has game-changing implications for the world of distributed ledgers. Why? Well, that's because it delivers interoperability across systems, networks, and DLTs securely, simply, and cost-effectively without the need for new infrastructure or introducing bottlenecks. By removing the barriers to interoperability, Overledger helps you to create a whole new world of possibility. So this next quote here is from Gilbert Verdian, who is the CEO and founder of Quant. Quant really has an excellent team that you can look into a little bit more. But what Gilbert says here is that we've solved DLT interoperability, thereby positioning us to re-architect our systems and create networks as connected as the world we live in, to help drive tremendous value, open up new markets, and realize new efficiencies for enterprise, governments, and individuals alike. So let's really get into Overledger and what Overledger is all about. So one API to many businesses, which we're going to talk about in a moment, but Overledger here is an API gateway for distributed ledgers. It allows users to significantly increase the return on their investments in distributed ledger technologies by breaking down DLT silos, removing the barriers to DLT interoperability, and making DLT technology accessible for mainstream enterprise developers. So again, Overledger is an API gateway. Well, what is an API? So if you're unfamiliar with what an API is, API stands for Application Programming Interface. and it's an acronym. So obviously stands for API, which is a software intermediary that allows two applications to talk to each other. So it's all about having the communication aspect between different silos of the blockchain. So let's go back and talk more about what Quant Overledger is all about. So here we go again. One API to many businesses and public DLT based networks. So Overledger Network, it's an open network connecting a range of public and commercial DLTs. They are connected by Overledger DLT gateways and in future other ODAP compliant gateways as well. An Overledger network presents the world of DLT resources as a REST API. Overledger Network uses Overledger's world-leading DLT interoperability to provide secure, controlled access to the distributed ledgers, data, and services of Overledger's network's participants. This makes it fast and easy to set up trading relationships or consortia or to monetize services and data assets for use in their Overledger applications. So they're easily connecting all these major DLTs and other networks through this secure API. And essentially, it is a network of networks. So the Overledger network allows enterprises to connect all these major DLTs and other networks through Quant's secure API. The result is a level of connectivity that delivers massive benefits by facilitating enterprise access to new markets and new users across all distributed ledgers and other systems without compromising corporate security policies or regulation. It also allows these users to create new revenue streams by making in house DLT available to third party developers through a controlled and secure platform. How does that work? All right, well, all developers on the network are explicitly identified and belong to something called a home overledger. Once a developer has been verified, they are recognizable across the entire overledger network. The organization that operates each overledger is responsible for verifying its own developer community. Organizations that operate nodes on permissioned or private DLTs can grant these developers, they can grant groups or organizations commercial access to all or part of their resources. As the owners of their services, they decide who can discover, read, or write via their resources. Security across the network is maintained with TLS connectivity throughout and zero auth 2.0 identification. Overledger's federated role based access control and all managed are signed with JWS. And this combination of these technologies ensures that every access across the network is fully identified, unmodified, encrypted, and in transit, and only executed with the permission of the service owner. So Quant Cross DLT technology, it links connected DLTs for the most powerful applications. So the Overledger network allows completely new applications to be built. The range of the data and services available by connecting providers together is huge, and Overledger's patented cross DLT technology applies to the Overledger network. So cross DLT technology allows applications to span DLTs, businesses, processes, and organizations. This unlocks organizational and industry silos, streamlines previously complex processes, and allows digitization of process that before were extremely pragmatic. So again, this whole overledger is connecting these DLTs to one another because silo A might not be able to talk to silo B, and overledger is all about bridging that gap and creating that interoperability. So let's say you want to become a member of the Overledger network. Maybe you're an enterprise solution yourself. But to become a member of the network as an independent developer, you'll sign up through Quant. The Quant Overledger provides a developer portal and sandbox to all developers and also promotes applications that showcase Overledger's value. Organizational members can join the network in two ways. Those with their own developer community, they can license the Overledger DLT gateway, and providing community members full access to the OverLedger network. Organizations that make DLT access available to OverLedger network are paid for doing so via revenue sharing and can set their own pricing for access to the DLT nodes that they operate. So, sharing these DLT assets with trusted network members. For the member organizations that do operate DLTs or at least DLT nodes, but do not have their own developer community, it's great because Quant offers a remote connector gateway. So, what this gateway does is it connects DLTs in the same way as overledgers, but the management and access control features are hosted within an instance of Overledger DLT Gateway. Independent DLT node operators, well, they can connect to Quant's Overledger instance and are paid for access to their services in the same way as the Overledger customers are. The Overledger customers that have DLTs or DLT access operated by subsidiaries, partners, or other organizationally distant collaborators can access their resources via Overledger's remote connector gateway without the need for multiple Overledger DLT gateway licenses. And these developers access to these resources via the Overledger DLT gateway to which the remote connector gateways are linked. A great thing about the Overledger network is how it is operational 24/7, delivering that value to all of its members. So, Overledger network has been operational since June of 2020, so almost coming up on 2 years now. Today, the Overledger network supports Ethereum, XRP Ledger, Bitcoin, and Hyperledger Fabric, Corda, and Quorum DLTs. Connectivity to national and regional distributed ledgers is due in 2021, which obviously passed at this point, providing access to the major regional infrastructures in across the globe. By extending the scope of Quant's cross DLT technology globally, the value of DLT in supply chains, finance, provenance, ESG, energy trading, and many more use cases is massively increased. So that is our whole concept on Overledger for Quant, the interoperability, the functions of it, how it connects to the blockchain, and how enterprise solutions are involved and integrated as well. So here I want to quickly talk about how they describe Overledger in the white paper. So Quant has a pretty extensive white paper. We're just going to quickly take a look at how they describe it here. So it says that Overledger, it should be noted that all the above solutions, you can read them above, they only allow communication between two blockchains at the same time. Our solution can conduct operations across multiple blockchains simultaneously. Overledger can read information like transactions, scripts, or contracts and map them in the over layer, only if that information is compliant with the selected business logic. In this way, Overledger can connect all blockchains, allowing the ability to add an arbitrary hash of a message to a host. In most cases, the projects that encourage connectivity among blockchains create a network of ledgers where the asset or the information needs to be routed from the source to the destination across different hops when that's applicable. We do not propose a network approach, we introduce a multi-layer approach. We move the information in the layers above, creating a common interface among the ledgers. So again, that's how they describe overledgers in the white paper. And there's tons more information if you want to open up the white paper and go read through that if you're interested yourself. So let's again take a look at the market cap of Quant. So the market cap of Quant compared to Ethereum right now. So we talked about Quant's use case, the overledger, interoperability, all of that. To me, it seems like it's a pretty awesome use case that it's going to be around for a while if they continue to build it out successfully like they've been doing. So right now, Quant is around $142, and with a market cap of where Ethereum is now, it would be sitting at around $31,000. So some of you might say, "Whoa, $31,000 is a lot." Bitcoin currently is sitting at around 46,000. But we already kind of talked about the supply of Quant, where Quant is about two-thirds the supply of Bitcoin. So we can see that again here. 12 million quants circulating. So there's way less quant than there is Bitcoin, and quant has a pretty incredible use case of connecting blockchains with one another and allowing them to seamlessly communicate with one another through their API. So market cap would be around $31,000 with the market cap of Ethereum. So next up, let's just take a quick look. I came across this one cool thread by Citizen of the Future at Utility Theory. So he says that people are following mainstream media and buying like Ethereum at all-time highs, maybe some other coins at all-time highs, but they're missing out on the hidden gems of the Ethereum network. So luckily our community told us take a look at Quant so we can take a look at one of these hidden gems in the Ethereum network. And again, he said it provides interoperability between the blockchain networks for TradeFi banks and enterprises. And he has this super thread here. We're just going to take a quick look at a couple of these things that he talks about, where he basically summarizes and gets into a lot of detailed information on what Quant is all about. So he starts off by talking about the problem. And the problem is that traditional institutions and enterprises, they need an operating system that will allow them to easily interoperate between these new nascent crypto markets. So his example, he says, you currently can't send Ethereum to a Bitcoin address or XRP to a DAG address. Networks are siloed. And he provides this awesome visual of three silos. And there, you can see here that they're all individual and there's nothing that's connecting them. And that's what Quant's job is all about, is bridging these silos together so they can communicate to one another. So in the next thread, he says Quant creates OverLedger, an operating system that allows anyone to enter 3 lines of code on a computer to interoperate between these networks. And allows value to flow between blockchain ledgers flawlessly without having to worry about which network it's on. So let's pull up this one picture here, which is a really good visual of what Quant is all about. We can see in the middle we have the whole Overledger network connecting all these different silos, things like the payment APIs, blockchains, enterprise blockchains, banking APIs. And you can see he has all these examples of different types of enterprises and API solutions and blockchains. And in the picture in the middle, we can see all the silos that are currently being bridged and connected by Overledger technology. So I thought that was a really cool visual of kind of explaining and seeing what Quant is about. So he does go on in the next thread here to talk about some more diagrams. We're not going to be looking into those, but again, if you want to go pull up his web page, his Twitter page, Utility Theory, go ahead and look through these. I do want to talk about the next one he talks about. So he kind of compares the quant overledger network to kind of like a brain here. So he says the way I like to look at the quant network is it's like neurons to the brain of the regulated internet of value. So he created this visual. So let's look at this visual here, and we can kind of see he kind of has the brain's neurons and synapses and everything here. And he puts all these different silos and different types of enterprises and things as different nodes and different silos within the brain. And quant are the neurons that kind of connect them all, which I think was a really cool way to kind of show and provide a metaphor onto what Overledger really does. So he has an ultra thread. We're not going to get into all of this stuff, but if you want to get into a deeper dive into what Quant's all about, you can take a look at this through here. Last thing we're going to talk about Quant is the Quant wallets. All right, so if you want to store your Quant, I think the most popular ones here are the Ledger Nano, the Trezor one, and the Exodus wallet. But we can see here there's a bunch of different ones. MetaMask is a pretty popular wallet as well, and Trust Wallet I've heard about. So there's a bunch of different storage solutions for your Quant wallet um, choices. And yeah, it's always safe to get your Quant or whatever coin you have off of an exchange and onto a private wallet. So since we're ending here, let's remind you guys to like and subscribe to the video on Quant. We hope you guys really enjoyed the information here. And that's going to end it for us on this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.